Hey guys, welcome to the Weeb Lounge. I am Nick, and I just kind of wanted to have a little talking head video or whatever about all the cheating and everything going on in these first-person shooters. As a lot of you guys know, I play Princess Connect, all those gotcha games and everything, but I started out and I still love my first-person shooters, but unfortunately, it's just starting to die off, and it's starting to die off miserably. Oh, the cheating is so rampant that it's just hard to find a good game. And I pulled up some of my old footage from Islands of Nyne here. This is the old alpha from this game. It's the best battle royale I've ever played. I wish it would come back. Sadly, that's not the case. But there's one thing that this game had that WarZone didn't: an anti-cheat. Okay, a lot of you guys are probably like, either who's this ugly guy in this old video or who's the ugly guy in the current video, whichever. I was wearing contacts in the one there, but which I still have now actually. But yeah, this is one of the few games that I actually really enjoyed. I really want to enjoy Warzone. Overall, the game is done well, just some balance issues and the anti-cheat and all that stuff. But this game, when I was playing this game, there really wasn't much complaining I could do. I mean, the quality was really good. It was this no name studio that somehow had a fairly decent anti cheat. I think it was just easy cheat or easy anti cheat, whatever the heck it was, and it just seemed to work. And the quality of the servers were good. Everything was done well, and I had more fun in this now debunked battle royale game than I've had in Warzone, that I've had in Apex Legends, that I've had in just about any other game, just because they took the time and effort to make it that way. And unfortunately, this game, it wasn't run by the greatest people in the world. It was run by gamers, okay? People who had a passion for a game and everything, but they didn't, they didn't know much else above that. So, whatever. But here's what I'm trying to get at. Now, cheating is absolutely rampant in Warzone, okay? Every single lobby you get into, I guarantee you, there's at least one person running around cheating. Some people have said that as many as 5% of players in any given lobby, roughly about 100 players per Warzone lobby, has that many cheaters in it. 5%, which is absolutely positively ridiculous. Now, there's different degrees of cheats, but a cheat is still a cheat. It really shouldn't matter, to be honest. So, you have your wall hacks. Okay, wall hacks give away position to everybody through all the walls. You know where everybody's at, and it's really stupid. Whatever. You have your aim bots, which are typically more obvious, but they're actually getting so intricate nowadays that it's just really hard to tell sometimes, because it's got like this natural movement programmed into it to try to make it work better. If you've played Warzone, Apex Legends, but it's pretty much any game, and you find yourself getting just like absolutely laser beamed by somebody, there's a good chance that's an anti-recoil hack, macro, or one of those little controller Cronus Max mods or whatever the heck it is. Because it doesn't matter how good you are not going to be able to perfectly control your recoil every time you open fire. It's simply not possible. So if somebody's running around on stream or whatever, and they're just absolutely laser beaming every single person that they see, depending on the gun a bit, there's a good chance they have some kind of anti-recoil going. And that's really obvious to spot. Cheating has almost become, it almost feels like it's become accepted nowadays. It really does. It's that bad. And there's so many times where I see people cheating. There's a few people who post on YouTube about Warzone and other first-person shooters, okay? And I'll sit there and I'll watch their talking head videos or something, and I'll watch the footage of them playing in the background. Kind of like exactly what I'm doing here. I'm talking away. I got some footage from an old game playing in the background, along with my old ass face there that if I could get it a couple years back, that'd be great. But I'll sit there watching him, and I was like, does anybody else notice this? I'll scroll through the comments and everything. Nobody's saying anything. I'm watching the guy's gameplay. It's like, okay, it's very obvious to me that this guy's cheating. Very obvious. I mean, I've been playing first-person shooters since Wolfenstein 3D. Okay, and I have actually downloaded and used some of these cheats way in the past. We're talking like Unreal Tournament. so that I could better understand how these things work, so that I could better pinpoint them. So I just knew what to look for when people are cheating, so I can ban them from the servers. Of course, we can't do that anymore because we don't have dedicated servers anymore, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, that is, I don't know. So yeah, I'll sit here and I'll watch these other people doing videos and everything, and I was like, okay, this guy's got like 250,000 subs. He's playing this game. He's got footage in the background. He's obviously cheating. At least to my experience, he's obviously cheating. Most of the time, it's a wall hack and anti-recoil. Aimbots you don't see very often. Okay, you just don't see them very often because those are the hardest ones to hide. You know, wall hacks you can kind of train yourself, I guess. And you know, the anti-recoil thing, you just be like, oh, I'm good at controlling recoil, and people just tend to believe you. Okay, some people are better than others at controlling recoil, but nobody is perfect, period. It doesn't matter if you're like king on the e-gaming, esports, whatever the heck scene or whatever it is. No, that's not how it works. You're never going to be perfect in that regards, especially when your aim is all over the place and you're trying to fight in the middle of stuff. And I just bounced a grenade pretty much on my damn head. That was stupid. I can't remember if I win this one or not. It's been so long ago. But I watch these videos and I'm like, okay, it must be some kind of accepted something because nobody is reporting these guys. Nobody's saying anything in the comments. Is it accepted now? Or are people too scared to go to this guy who has 250,000 subs or more or less, whatever, who's making money on YouTube, Twitch, whatever it is, has a big following? Are they too scared to be like, hey, this guy's actually cheating? Why is nobody saying anything? Why is nobody saying anything? I'm not going to call out anybody here because it's not going to do me any good. And I can deal with drama, but I don't want drama either. But hey, there's so many people on YouTube. I mean, just Google, just search for some videos. Just talking head videos, YouTube. And there's a few of them who are incredibly popular where I'm watching their stream and I'm like, yeah, he's cheating. And if you just search, you know, Call of Duty, WarZone, update, news, or something, chances are some of the results that you get, they're cheaters. Okay? Period. But it's so accepted nowadays. But now, okay. Some people are going to be thinking, oh, he's you know, you got the broskies out there who's going to be like, oh, he's jealous. Nah, I ain't jealous of nothing. Okay? Whatever. Maybe I'm the one who wasn't smart enough to just say, screw it, go ahead and cheat all over the place so I can try to make money, right? No, I'm not going to do that, period. Never going to do that. I hate cheating so much. Here's what I did back in Unreal Tournament, okay? I had my own server and everything, and there was a huge cheating problem, okay? It's been around forever, okay? I'm talking the original Unreal Tournament, okay? And I'm so fed up with these things. It's like, okay, I'm going to find these cheats. Okay, I'm going to download them. I'm going to go into a server and I'm going to test them and I'm going to figure out how these things behave, what to look for, what can I do. So I get these things. I go into a server and I'm not just going to blatantly cheat. Okay, I'm not just going to just like ruin everybody's game. I actually in the chat said, hey, I'm trying to learn how these things work so I can better combat them. Do you guys mind if we play a round or two with me having the cheats on? Okay, when have you ever heard of somebody actually asking permission to use a cheat for a better purpose, I guess you could say? Never. Now, what I figured what was going to happen was that I was just going to get booted from the server and banned or whatever, and nobody's going to do nothing. This is why I picked like some servers that I just never play on, right? To my surprise, everyone was like, yeah, we're down for that. But by all means, please. I mean, if you're going to be fighting cheaters and everything, yeah, we'll suffer a little bit for you. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So I went in there, you know, I figured out, you know, how the aim bots work. I figured out how the wall hacks work with the glow and everything. I figured out how all this stuff works so that I know what better to look for on my own servers, which translated over to like Medal of Honor, Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2. I learned what to look for. And of course, just playing these games for as much and as long as I have, I know what I'm looking for. Okay. And here's the biggest tip. Okay. One, the whole laser beam thing that I mentioned earlier. And I'm going to fast forward some of the footage here or whatever, because that's just me opening some really, really old crates. Let's see, just go back a little bit right about there. The gun game early in this thing was actually fun. I could sit here and play this stupid gun game for hours in this before the Battle Royale even starts. I would just have fun. I miss Islands of Nyne so much. But one of the big tips to look for when you're looking at these videos is, one, are they constantly laser beaming people? Okay, that's not a dead giveaway. There's some people that are really good at recoil control, and you have to like really kind of pay attention to that. But one of the biggest giveaways is paying attention to the radar the most. Okay, especially when you're talking about WarZone. Sound in WarZone's garbage. Okay, positional audio in WarZone is garbage. It helps. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Most of the time it don't. But what you want to look for is the radar. Look at the radar. Pay attention to the enemy's dots. All right, that's all you got to do. Pay attention to the enemy dots. And if you notice the guy playing is finding enemies all over the place. All right? No red dots, no nothing anywhere. It's a wall hack. Pure and simple. He's not going. Chances are, whatever it is that they're targeting is either too far away for the positional audio to key in on them. Because positional audio is really key. If a game does positional audio really, really, really well, Islands of Nyne did a pretty good job on this, then, you actually don't really need a radar. It's just a thing. And I really, really flubbed that whole thing right there. Whatever. I'm kind of watching that at the same time while I'm talking. But yeah, you want to just pay attention to the radar. That's all you got to do. Pay attention to the radar. And if it seems like he always knows where people are at or spots them before anybody else, it's a hacker. Pure and simple. I mean, there's nothing to it. There's nothing to explain. They're just stupid and they suck. That's the biggest thing. And it seems to be the one thing that people just ignore. And I'm sitting here watching some of these guys on video. And, it's not just YouTube. It's Twitch. It's Facebook. Facebook's apparently plagued with it. But you just see them just constantly find people, pinpoint them, and open fire. They won't even aim down the sight to, like, kind of scan the area or anything. They'll just be like, well, there's a guy coming over here, so, oh, you're dead. Okay. Now, some of that is it equated to skill? Is it positional awareness? Is it knowing where spawns are and the spawn shifts and rotations and stuff? Yeah, some of it is that. Sometimes you just know when you get to one side of the map, it's like, okay, well, they're not here. They're going to be spawning probably around here, so that's the exact direction I'm going to go. When I peek around the corner, I'm going to aim down the sight, and lo and behold, there's somebody there because you've played it enough to learn that. But to be able to do that on a continuous basis with nearly every encounter that you get, no, not so much. So those are the big things to look for. And unfortunately, it is incredibly, incredibly, incredibly rampant. So much to such a degree that nobody seems to care. And plus you have crossplay, the crossplay issue. Okay, now look, crossplay is a good thing. We want everybody to be playing with everybody else. And apparently I use this shotgun a little too much because I can't aim with the base weapons. And this CX Storm or whatever the heck it is like that red-ish gun that I'm using in there. It was like the worst damn thing to use in the game, and I keep getting stuck with it. But anyways, crossplay is something that I really, really enjoy, but here's what they should be doing with crossplay. And that is not separating people, having the option to not do crossplay. It's kind of something that you want, but that's not what I care about. What I care about is separating keyboard and mouse to controller. Okay. Now in the past, a lot of you guys, especially on console, are like, hey, all the PC folks have like this massive advantage and everything. With mouse and keyboard, they can move and snap quicker and do better aim and everything. And it's like, well, yeah, that's true to a degree, but it really depends on the level of aim assist you guys are getting. If you guys are getting like this crazy aim assist is like on WarZone, controller folks have it much better now. Okay, now if you're trying to cheat, PC is probably the way to go because you download all the things and you see all the things and that's what it is, and then hopefully easier to be detected and boot the damn guy because I hate cheaters with a passion. Absolutely hate them. But the controller folks or whatever, you have that, well, what it's called, like the Cronus Max with a bumper thing or something like that. It has like macros built in for guns and stuff like that. I watched a few videos on it and it's like, my God. Okay, you combine that with the aim assist and all this other stuff, and you basically have aimbot. You have super strong aim assist, super strong aimbot, more or less. Yeah, you can't see through walls, but that kind of doesn't matter if you're laser beaming every single person you come across and your aim never leaves the damn target. You see, in the past, survivability in these games used to be key. It wasn't just, turning, reacting, and shooting before the other guy shot at you. It was being able to dodge, weave, and take cover. That's kind of gone from these games if you think about it, because everybody dies so quick. Everybody's getting laser beamed all to hell, and when you're going against somebody on a controller, the aim assist is so strong that when you're bobbing and weaving or whatever, it just sticks on you. There's no point to trying to dodge and bob and weave or whatever. The only thing you can try to do is get behind cover, and you're lucky if that happens because the time to kill is so low. So, what really needs to be done in these games? Well, obviously a strong anti-cheat. And one of the things that I'm really, really shocked about Activision is that they really don't have an anti-cheat. That they say they do, but whatever it is, it's just garbo or something bad's going on. Because every time they have this big ban wave of cheaters, like, oh, we just banned 100,000 people. Well, there's been a couple of times where they had to roll the damn thing back because they banned more legit players than they did cheaters. Whatever anti-cheat they have, it's either nothing or they're just straight up lying. It's one of the two, because the performance isn't there. There's no results. It's such a disappointment. So what they really need to do, Activision has the power to do this. And what they could do, they have these sub companies, okay? Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Blizzard, all these other stupid companies, right? And what they could easily do is just take some of that billions of dollars they got, right? Billions of dollars all over the place. Take Kodak's freaking $200 million bonus check or whatever. Take it out of his cold dead hands or something or whatever. Use it and create a sub company that's strictly nothing but anti-cheat. Okay? That way you have a AAA company with a lot of power and money who can actually hire a ton of people to do these anti-cheats, reverse engineer the cheats, come up with something that is really, really good, and at the same time make a profit off of it, because they can sell that code, that license or whatever, to all these other first-person shooters, all these other companies trying to keep cheaters away. There you go. Not only do you have a good anti-cheat, but you're making money off it too. Why are they not doing that? You have easy anti-cheat and a couple of these other ones that are just, the easy anti-cheat is easy to circumvent from what I see. Okay? It's better than nothing, which is what WarZone has. So, I guess it's better than just, yeah, there's that. But Activision has the ability to do that, but for whatever reason, they don't. And it would benefit their own stuff. I mean, Blizzard has Warden, right? You got Warden on Overwatch. You got Warden in World of Warcraft. I mean, why did they not just take Warden and be like, bloop, Warzone? I'll tell you why. Because when they coded Warzone and code Call of Duty or whatever, it's not compatible, so they can't just do that. They'd have to overhaul the whole code or something like that. Okay, let's see if I fast forward a little bit here. Find another one with a little bit of action. Okay, right there, right there. Yeah, good enough. That's the start of a match. Good. Oh, but guys, cheating is absolutely rampant. It's in Wars. It's horrible in Warzone. It's the worst I've ever seen it in any game ever for Warzone. It's god awful. It's in Apex Legends, but I haven't played that enough here recently to tell who's cheating and who's not and everything. I can't really tell. But once I play it a little bit more, I'll certainly be able to tell. But Warzone, Call of Duty games, it's easy to tell. Just like I said, check out the YouTube guys. My God, it's all over the place. And, if you have a favorite YouTuber that's, primary Call of Duty, that's their gameplay, that's their game of choice, and that's all you watch is that guy doing that, double check them. Just double check them. Are they constantly laser beaming? Do they constantly know where everybody seems to be, even without a radar up or anything? Well, you can kind of get your own answer and stuff. And I hate being that guy that comes across as just being ranting, raving, or whatever, and just going off about stuff and be like, he's bad. He's a bad man. He doing horrible things over here, ruining people's gameplay. Somebody's got to do it. You know, to take Bad Boy Beeman or whatever. That dude's been getting a lot of flack, but somebody's got to do that. Okay, I give him credit for that. I hope he does more, and I really hope he goes after some of the big boys. Because right now he's pretty much been sticking to like the lower end stuff or whatever. And you know, I wouldn't doubt the reason that he does that is because, you know, once he starts going after the big boys or whatever, you know, lawsuits and slander and all that stuff could start popping up. Who knows? That's probably one of the only reasons I'm not calling out names, because, yeah, if a lawsuit pops up or whatever, it's like, yep, okay, can't afford that, so whatever. Otherwise, I'd be calling them out left and right. Power of money, right? Well, hopefully Bad Boy Beeman has enough success to where he can have a little bit of a backup fund there. Give me a like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button, and if you absolutely hate cheaters or whatever, go over to that guy's channel, Bad Boy Beeman. Give him a sub too or whatever, and watch a couple of his videos. You know, if he can grow enough to where he can fight some of the big boys, more power to him. I'd really like to see it. So, yeah, I know that was just me ranting and everything, and kind of an excuse for me to see some Ions of Nyne gameplay, because I love this game so much. But unfortunately, we're never going to get it back. Unless somebody bought the company, and I don't think that's going to happen, but maybe somebody with some money could do it. Who knows? I'd certainly like to bring it back, but probably not going to happen. We need a superpower to come up, donate some money, and make a good anti-cheat. Activision, EA, AAA studio companies, it's in your ballpark. This is your game. You got to do something. If you don't do anything, it'll never get better. And first-person shooters could potentially die. Multiplayer ones anyways. Because if everybody's cheating and nobody does anything about it, what's the point of playing them? That's sad. Because I love these type of games, and I just find myself disgusted. I don't know. I'll keep at it. I'm going to keep at Apex Legends a little bit. I uninstalled WarZone. I kept my word. WarZone's gone. Not going to bother with it again. I'm not giving Activision one single red cent until they make improvements and I see a true anti-cheat out of them. Otherwise, Activision doesn't get a penny out of me. Hopefully, I don't have to do that with any other companies. EA, you're next. Hope you do good. See you in the next video.